Trainspotting is a British film released in 1996 and directed by Danny Boyle, depicting the lives and one redemption of a small group of close-knit druggies in Scotland. Binary opposition in film is a contrasting of elements to enhance a narrative. This could come in many shapes and forms. Quickly, I think of the opposing dangerous atmosphere associated from red lighting versus the serene and healthy green, or the more mild-mannered Renton and violent and volatile Begbie. This is what I shall discuss and expand upon in this video. In Trainspotting, binary opposites are immediately employed to aid us in aligning with the protagonists, Renton, Spud, and Sick Boy. The opening iconic character narrative voiced by Renton, Choose Life, is non-diegetic and foretells of the idealised societal life. This plays over contrapuntal footage of him running from a theft, doing drugs, and quite certainly not choosing life. The monologue reflects themes of this ideal capitalist life, while he partakes in more liberal activities, such as smoking and injecting. This opposition could just be for the dark comedic aspect, a genre this film perfectly fits into, or the opposition in dialogue and action of Renton could indicate the redemption he goes through. This binary opposition of what we see visually and hear audibly tells us of the internal conflict he has with choosing life and drugs. Beyond this, we can see binary opposites throughout his friend group, which divide them. For example, here's a refresher. Begbie is addicted to violence, and by far is the most antagonistic character, whilst Renton and his friends are just addicted to drugs. Guess what? Putting them in opposition. When Renton is first telling Mother Superior, their dealer, about his plans to quit, he is mocked and likened to Sick Boy, unconscious on the floor. To which the dialogue
he's always been lacking in moral fibre.
Differentiates and opposes Renton from his friends, while surfing to the dramatic conflict of the film. Also seen in this very shot, Boyle uses cinematography to create binary opposition between drugs and choosing life. The colour and light in red is often associated to drugs. Mother Superior's den is holly lit red, and Diane, who is dangerous to Renton's moral ideology, has a red dress. However, scenes where Renton has gone straight features a dull and devoid colour palette. I find this most obvious post-title sequence, where we go from the red drug room to the dull apartment where Renton locks himself away from drugs. The colour green is also accredited to health and no drugs in the film. This can be seen with the innocent baby and rural countryside the boys take themselves off to. When revealed about the same baby's death, dialogue is seen to create binary opposition and further separate the attitudes of Renton and Sick Boy. Renton addresses the issue with tranquil and factual dialogue of, "Nothing could have been further from the truth," while Sick Boy is emotional and rude.
Fucking say something!
Possibly worth mentioning, in this scene, Sick Boy also has an army print shirt, which can connote to violence, while Renton wears an opposing green sweater, green, which we've now associated as a common motif of healing and lack of drugs. The end also features binary opposites that form narrative. As Renton flees with the money, he's supposedly content in choosing life, while Begbie is seen being destructive and infuriated. I mean, is this a surprise though? Need we mention the bar scene? The non-diegetic pop music can serve as a dual mental state for the two oppositions of characters, Renton's excitement and the tension of what he just committed, and Begbie's rage and anger. In conclusion, Trainspotting, and I'm sure other films too, really interestingly incorporate these micro-elements of filmmaking in direct contrast that help to enhance the message of the film. Whether it's the dialogue, setting, lighting, costume, or more explicit attitudes and actions of the characters. I'm not sure whether I will upload this or not, but for now, thank you for listening.